What's going on, guys? Alex here, better known as Alex here, and we're back with another Alex Talks about things that are on his mind, sort of like a reactive commentary, which are really popular nowadays.
That wasn't even funny, so I will give it a dislike.
Anyway, I wanted to make a video on a subject that sort of touched my strings, not in a weird sexual fantasy way, just something I wanted to talk about because as I'm sitting here looking at my iBuyPower desktop wallpaper and reading my daily dose of memes on the CSGO Reddit, I came across a thread that talked about the issue of Counter-Strike gambling or just esports gambling, and it was a person whose teammate had lost like $400 and they wanted to get some opinion on how to stop him from being addicted to gambling because seemingly this young gentleman just couldn't stop wasting all his money. So it got me thinking, right? I mean, gambling has been sort of an issue for a long time. There are people that are just addicted to gambling and they can't stop spending money, right? They lose some and they want to go back and try to win it back because they felt so bad about losing it, and they end up losing even more and so on. That just sort of spirals out of control. In a real scenario, this would be an adult that I'm talking about, somebody that's obviously over 21 and obviously is gambling with real money. But on that subject, when you're playing with skins, in particular Counter-Strike skins, you are playing with real money, right? The only difference is that money has been converted from real money into Steam currency, and that's sort of how Valve, somehow just makes millions of dollars every single day with this weird thing where they give you Monopoly money to play with. That's a whole different subject on its own. Anyway, these skins, right, they're worth some type of money, and so you have these kids that are taking these skins and they're going on like CSGO Lounge or Jackpot or whatever the hot new hip website is, and they put them up without the concept of how this whole thing works, right? Obviously, risk and reward, that's a very basic thing that people understand. Hey, you have a 50% chance of winning this if you do this. Okay, let me take a gamble at it. Everyone knows how that works. But that's something that goes a little bit deeper because it sort of pries on your ability to have self-control, which when you're an adult, assuming you are an adult, you have the ability to have self-control. So if you walk into a casino and you have $200, you limit yourself to only that $200. So you're already part with it, right? Like when you walk in, you're saying to yourself, I have $200. If I lose it, that's it, I'm done. If I win, great. Maybe I'll cash out or spend it again. Who knows what, the scenario is. There's just so many things that come into play there. Usually when I walk into a place and I'm just spending that money, I've already parted with it, right? $200, I'm already done with it. It no longer exists. It's like I spent it. The only difference I'm doing now is just trying to have fun with it, maybe double down on it, whatever. Kids don't really have that concept, and parents obviously don't know that kids are doing this, I don't assume, unless it's like, hey Johnny, I looked in your CSGO inventory yesterday and I noticed that your howl is gone. What happened, young man? That's not gonna happen. So there's like this weird thing going on here where obviously kids are looking on YouTube and they see their favorite streamers with like a some type of gambling website sponsorship. Honestly, I'll tell you right now, I've never done that. I've never taken any types of sponsorships. I have done jackpot videos and I've lost a lot, but all those skins were skins that I obtained myself. No one's given me those skins. Those are all skins that were case opened. Granted, now I have a thing where I do the whole 1v1 for skins, which are traded, and you guys can obviously see that, but I've never taken skins, and that's just, my stance on it. I don't care if other people do, whatever, they're not me. I just don't like taking skins and then using them to gamble or do whatever with. My point is, at least once a day I get an email from some website claiming to have this new revolutionary gambling thing that they're doing and orchestrating, and they want me to do a video on it, and they're offering skins and they're offering thousands of dollars for the sponsorship of the video, whatever. I never take it because to me it's really shady. Just imagine if you were a celebrity and a casino comes up to you and says, hey, you know what, if you just do a couple of rounds at one of our blackjack tables and have a camera crew follow you for your TV show, and then we'll slide you a couple $1,000s under that, are you willing to do something like that and just sort of promote our casino so we have the best leverage over our competitors? I understand that that's business and business is business, but these websites are making a lot of money. The way they're making that money is because when you put skins into a pot and you win, they take off a percentage of that winning and use it for themselves. How they get the real physical money after that, I don't really know and don't want to go into the details of that just because it just sounds shady already. So I've never taken these deals. I know that there's streamers and stuff like that that are sponsored by these websites. That's totally fine. I mean, that's kind of blatant with them, right? It's a sponsorship. That's the way that works. And I'm not against it, but I just want to shed some light on this because this is the way this works. Whenever you see these videos, it's not like somebody's just, taking their own stacks of skins and throwing them up and hoping for the best. Like myself, I did that obviously, as I've explained just a couple minutes ago, how those were all of my skins. But these websites are offering you to just take these skins and do a video with them, and it's very easy and we'll give you money. And then obviously I have a large audience of children and, kids or teenagers, and they'll see that video and go ahead and think, wow, Alex just won really big. Because I'm not even going to start getting into the subject of how some of these things are rigged. I think there's been some controversy on that. I'm not gonna start dropping names on the sites or anything because I really don't know too much about it, but I would imagine that they have a very easy way of making somebody win over somebody else. Anyway, these kids will watch these videos, and for example, if they saw me win huge, they're gonna want to go on these websites and try it out for themselves. Especially if they hear something like, oh my god, I can't believe I just won $1,000 from this pot because I used $500 that the website gave me to use on this pot. I don't see how that makes sense. So, to me, I don't like doing that. I'm not gonna ever do that. And I want you guys to understand how these websites work, because yes, there are people that will just go on them and do their own thing, and I'm not gonna call anybody out because I don't know the full story. When I get these emails and I see how much numbers they're putting up and I see what they're offering, I'm sure I can't be the only one that looks twice the number and says, really? You guys are doing this? And YouTube is YouTube, right? People will do whatever, and whatever their own agenda is, be as it may. But if you're a kid and you got these skins and you watching somebody gamble them away and you want to take a dab at it, you gotta understand that there's a very high chance you're gonna lose. And if it's a skin that means a lot to you, or you know, whatever the situation may be, just think about it, right? If you're not willing to part with it no matter what, and if you've already decided not to get rid of it, and if it's something that means a lot to you, don't try to double it up. Just don't. It's not worth it. It's just gonna make you feel terrible afterwards. And honestly, I don't make these videos, you guys know that. I just put up whatever on the channel that I think is funny and light, but it just bothered me. I mean, I'm still getting emails, obviously. I mean, I'm still gonna deny them no matter what the situation is. I just felt bad knowing that kids are sort of being manipulated into doing things that they don't really have a lot of control over because they're kids. They're not really experienced in you know what goes on in the world, and there are some bad people that will take advantage of that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope I maybe changed some people's minds from making mistakes. Of course, the other side of the coin is that gambling can be very profitable, and you know, if you do it right with enough patience and enough understanding of what's going on, maybe you'll be very successful. The other side of the coin is a little bit darker, and that's sort of what I'm talking about here. So yeah, if you know somebody that's sort of trying to do this stuff and you know they can't stop, just tell them that it never ends good, and if they don't stop now, it's probably going to get a lot worse. And, you know, honestly, just have responsibility over yourself. You're going to make your own decisions in life, at least think them out first. Hope you guys enjoy this. I'm going to go back to lurking some more threads, maybe trying to put a video together. I don't know what I do anymore. My name is Alex HD. I'll see you soon. Man, speaking of gambling, actually, I'm gonna do that right now.